Hello YouTube, Wise FIFA here, coming at you today with the second episode of my FIFAnomics series, which is a trading series where I help you guys build your trade repertoire for making coins on foot. And so what I'm going to do today is teach you guys two easy 5k to 10k coin making methods, and also help establish some foundations for future trading. So what I want to do with today, I want to cover the fact that I want to make this series kind of like a road to 1,000,000 coins where we can both grow along and make some money, and I can help you guys gain the necessary skills to make your own foot fortunes, whether that be making 1,000,000 plus coins to play with the likes of Messi or Ronaldo, or, helping you trade up to that next budget inform you want to use. Before we get into the method that I really want to get into, I also want to show you guys this method that's kind of been popularized a lot, which is that you search for your silver cards for 350 coins, and you go along and you see if there's any good deals on the market. And unfortunately, this method has been overpopularized, so it doesn't really work as well. I mean, the price margins on these players don't look too good, and so I want to teach you guys a new method. And so first, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to have some websites open, such as Foothead, or FootWiz, or FootBin. And so these websites will help you establish some cards and find quality silvers, because what we're going to be doing today is looking for quality silvers. And you want to get a little pad of paper right next to you, so you can write down the names of these players so that you don't have to search back and forth between the tabs. But you want to look, when you're looking for these quality silvers, you want to look for cards that play for sought after teams such as Arsenal or Man City, or cards that have overall good stats such as that Tete that people want to play with, because you want cards that are in demand. You don't want to you don't want to trade cards that no one wants to play with, because then you won't make any money because they won't buy them. You want to find these cards that are in demand so that you can buy them at low prices and then put them up for a buy now that's slightly lower than all the other ones on the market, so they can sell right away and you have more coins, and now you can reinvest them faster and faster. But I also want to let you guys know that I'm trying to show you here that it's not just the BPL that this method works for in terms of silvers. You also have your Bundesliga, your Serie A, and even lesser known leagues such as the MLS work. Because if you can find players that have good stats, such as high pace or high physical or high shooting, then it's easier for you to trade them, because people will want to buy those cards and use them. They're attracted to those high 80s, even mid-range 80s, and high 70 card stats. I'm showing you here this little sort bar that will help you organize your player searches pretty easily too, so you can sort by pace. And so here we're going to go into this I'm going to show you a little demonstrate how I search for these players I'm going to look at Michael Antonio, for example. He's a BPL player, and he's English, so he's definitely sought after. He goes for around 4,900 coins when I was trading him now. I can't say when you're watching this that it's still that type of deal. So what you do is you kind of have to do a little trial and error to find out what the profit margin would be. So the margin between what you think you want to buy him for an open bid, and what you're going to sell him at. And so that's what I'm doing right now, going through. I add a couple to my short list, the ones that are in the long term, but the short term one I'll actually bid on. But sometimes that method doesn't always work. So on the screen now, I'm showing you the second method. And this second method is that you go and you search for your team of the season community bronzes, or your team of the season community silvers. And you look at these special cards, and these are good special cards to trade because they're less than 10k. And so if you haven't had any really experience with trading informs before, you can go look at this bronze community team of the season, and you can see that a lot of these cards have some good stats that people want to play with. And so you can go search them, and a lot of their cards are selling for around 5 to 3k. And so that means that you could buy a couple of them and try to sell them on, with at the same time, though, not risking huge amounts of coins on informs starting off trading. And so you want to just go ahead and look at their profit margins again. Make sure that you're buying the card for less than 95% of what you're going to sell them for, because EA does take a 5% tax off your cards. And so here I'm just showing you going through, and I'm letting you know that there are players to do these methods with, so that you guys don't think I'm just a fraud. And so coming up soon, you'll see that I did actually manage to pick up a few of these cards. So those cards are still in my trade pile, were from the last video. You guys should go check that out, where it's a little bit lower budget trading, but just as effective. But the reason you should use this method, though, I picked up these players at good prices, is that you'll make more coins per card, which can help really if you don't have as much time to buy up all these non-rare cards and sell them for lower profit margins. So here I'm going to show you guys, I'm listing them up for around 1,000 more for these team of the season cards, or around 300 to 500 more for the regular silvers. And so these are good, because then you'll be making 300 to 900 more coins than what you're buying them for, and that's really helpful. But at the same time, also these cards will sell on fast because they're desirable, because they have those good stats. And so you want to be on the lookout for good stats or popular names so that these cards will sell on fast, because you want to get the coins you invested back as soon as possible so then you can go out and trade more and more. And it's okay if these cards don't sell on right at the hour period. I mean, you'll see, I'm going to show you guys in a second that most of my cards did sell on within the hour, and actually most of them sold on within 30 minutes so that you can have a nice, if you only have a short amount of time, this method does work. But also, don't be afraid to list these cards overnight for the same prices. Maybe you'll reduce it by 100, and they will almost always sell. So if you guys want to rewatch any of those tips, just rewind the video. Or if you have any suggestions or anything you would like me to tailor my content towards, leave it in my comments, or you can interact with me on Facebook and Twitter. Both of those are just Wise FIFA. You can type them into the search bar and you'll find me, but I'll also have the links in the description. Also go to my channel and like and subscribe and check out some of my other content. I like to do some creative squad builders and stuff like that. So it's been Wise FIFA. Stay wise.